Hi everyone, guess who is back and looking absolutely awful? It's her. It's Book Bingo. She's back. I'm sorry for the way she looks. I treated her terribly. I kind of lost it, the whole Book Bingo thing. I didn't do it for a couple of months, and I wanted to actually like recreate the board and have it printed by like a company, or at least make a new one. But the Netherlands is in a like strict lockdown currently, so a lot of shops are closed, and I wasn't able, also due to Christmas, I wasn't able to get a new board in time. So for January's TBR, we're gonna have to do it with this. I'm so sorry, it's terrible. But I'm sure we can make it work, and I promise that next month for February's TBR, when we're playing Book Bingo again to pick up my TBR, it will look better. Also, the whole position here is weird. Still working on this sort of library room, and yeah, my shelves are looking really messy. So please ignore that. I hope you can still hear me well. I keep moving further away. Okay, so yeah, let's end the chaos and let's start Book Bingo again. So for now, we're gonna pick out 5 books with Book Bingo for my January TBR. That leaves me room to also mood read and just pick up what I want to read, or if there's anything I need to read for a review. I still have a lot of space left on my TBR to fill it that way, but I really like Book Bingo, and I also think it's gonna help me to fulfill some of my goals, like finishing series and picking up books that I've bought, bringing down my TBR a little bit. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So it's pretty much the same rules. So I roll this nice thing here, and whatever number I get corresponds to a prompt. So it's, for example, read a fantasy book or read a diverse book, something like that. And so I pick out a book that corresponds to that prompt to read next month. And if that number is also on the board, then I will cross it off, and once we have 5 numbers, I'm pretty sure, there's a bingo. And once there's a bingo, I will be doing a giveaway. You can pick a book from Book Depository that is up to 15 euros, maybe something like that. So once there's a giveaway in one of the future videos, I will announce that you will have a way to participate, and then one of you will be the lucky winner and get a book, and then we start again with a new board and new numbers. I decided to just keep her the way I found her and the way we left off. So there's already 1 number crossed off. I thought that would be nice because, we're restarting, but I kind of stopped in the middle of a board. So we already have 1 number. So we only need 4 more to hit a giveaway. Who knows? Maybe we'll do it today, because I'm going to pick out 5 books. If we get very lucky, it might be today. So yeah, let's get started and let's roll our first number. And we have number 64. Okay, so 64 is not on the board. I just checked. I know I'm known, if you have watched any of the previous Book Bingo videos, then you know that I'm not good with numbers and somehow can just read over them completely, but I checked really thoroughly, and 64 is not on the board, unfortunately. And as to my spreadsheet, 64 corresponds to a book with a trope. And so for that one, I'm going to be rereading The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. This is the first book in the Wheel of Time series, which I was actually hosting a read-along for, but then I got in a really big slump, and I also kind of messed up reading this book because I do have this in Dutch as well, picked it up in a thrift store, and I was like, I want to read this series and let me also try and read more in my native language. But I just hate translated books, and it's always so much better in English or in the original language, but I cannot read all of the languages, but I can read English. So I think that's also the reason why I just didn't really enjoy it. I read like half English, half Dutch, and it just wasn't really a good time. But I could tell that it was going to be a series that has potential for me, like it's just an older classic epic fantasy book with a trope. I feel like The Chosen One, can be a very good one. That's why I chose this one. Also, I recently bought this one with like the more classic look. I really like it. Big floppy paperback too. So I'm excited to be rereading this just completely in English, kind of take my time with it, and then hopefully also continue the series. All right, next round. Oh, we have 68. That's super close to 64. Also not on the board. For 68, we have romance book, and I'm not entirely sure if this has a romance, but I do think it has. And I was planning to read this in December. I still have a couple of days, so I might get to it this month still, but I don't think I will. So I definitely want to read this one in January. And it's Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. And this is about like a, you know, Western African inspired fantasy with mermaids. So that's already really fun, right? And then it is about our main character Simi, who saves the life of a human boy. So it sounds like it's gonna be a romance between them. So I feel like this is gonna count for romance. So yeah, we're gonna be reading this one for that prompt, and I'm very, very excited. All right, round number 3. We have 58. There's 59, 51, 54, 56. Oh my god. There's so many 50s, but yeah, no 58. 58 is to read a diverse read, and for that one, I am picking Jade City by Fonda Lee, because this is an Asian-inspired fantasy story, and the author is, as far as I know, also Asian. So yeah, that's why I am considering this a diverse read. It says that she's an award-winning writer, black belt martial artist, and corporate strategist. Whoa, she sounds so cool. And I've heard amazing things about this. As far as I know, it's like more of an urban fantasy maybe. It says Jade is the lifeblood of the city of Janlun, a stone that enhances a warrior's natural strength and speed. It is mined, traded, stolen, and killed for, all controlled by two families equal in their power and ruthlessness. When a modern drug emerges that allows anyone, even foreigners, to wield jade, simmering tension between the two clans erupts into open war. Sounds so good. And yeah, I've heard that so many people absolutely love this book, and yeah, it's won or it's been shortlisted for multiple awards as well. Very excited. All right, next one, number 4, and we have number 30. Once again, we do have a lot of 30s. We have 33, we have 31, 34, but no 30. 39. Yeah, I don't see any 30, unfortunately. All right, so number 30 is sequel, and for that one I'm picking Abaddon's Gate by James S.A. Corey. This is the 3rd book in the epic sci-fi space opera series The Expanse. You're probably familiar with it. It's a very famous, very well-loved series, and it's also a Prime TV series. And yeah, I've read the first 2 books and really, really enjoyed them. And I was planning on reading this one in December as well, but because of how busy December has been and how many other books I've been reading, I didn't get to it. And I don't think I can still, because I'm filming this on the 27th of December, so, you know. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to be reading this in January. It's a sequel, so that fits perfectly, and I'm very hyped to continue the series, see where our characters are at, what sort of epic universal problem they're gonna be involved in next. Yeah, I'm very, very excited for this one too. All right, last round, best round. We have number 22. 22 is on the board, yay! Okay, I don't have a pen. Well, maybe I do. Okay, so 22 was on the board, which is good because, yeah, we needed some more things to be crossed off. So there's only 3 more numbers to go before we have a giveaway. And 22 is a poll pick, so that means that you guys get to vote in a poll on what books should be the final book on my January TBR. So I have picked out 2 books that you guys can vote for. One is one that I recently got for Christmas from my mom, and it's The Beautiful Lore Olympus by Rachel Smithy? Not sure how to pronounce that last name. This is actually like a comic, and it's about like the gods of Olympus, and I think it's also going to be about the romance between Hades and Persephone. I'm so excited to be reading that, so that's one that you can vote for. And the other one is also one I'm very excited to read. It's The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. You probably are familiar with this one. This is just like a very wholesome LGBTQ plus romance story, and it's about like magical children and this one main character that has to go there. He's like a caseworker to decide if they are capable, I think, of bringing about the end of times or something like that. And I know a lot of people love that. So yeah, I will make a community post. So like you can, if you scroll through your subscriptions tab, or if you go to my community tab on my channel, you can see that. I will be making a poll, and you can vote on which book I should be reading. So that's it. So it's either going to be one of these 2 books. Then we have Abaddon's Gate. And we have Jade City, Skin of the Sea, and The Eye of the World. these are the books that I will be reading in January for sure, but then I will also be reading other books. I have a very exciting ARC review book that I want to get to, and just more books that I want to be reading, but I will just be mood reading my way through. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to vote in the poll to decide the final book of this month. And yeah, have a very nice day, night, or wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.